Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, December the 4th, I believe, in the first week of Advent. It is another beautiful sunny day in Wainwright, a little bit warmer. A good day to run errands if you have to. Wear a mask, though, if you go out. And also a great day to have a cup of coffee, a good book, to sit back in your comfortable chair and to pray or to read or pick up the phone and contact someone. This morning, as I was doing my daily office, I was again reading from this book by Sarah Arthur, Coffee with God, 365 Devotions to Perk Up Your Day. And she's speaking about being in a waiting room. And I thought that this was pretty important. I suppose waiting on God is sometimes like being sick. Things are miserable. We want our circumstances to change now. We want an instant fix. And just when we're feeling as crummy as possible about the situation we find ourselves in, that's when God calls on us to act. More often than not, it means getting up and doing something we'd rather not do. But most likely, it means that things will get worse before they get better. But then, and this is the weird part, things do start to get better, all because we did what he said. During Advent, I think about Mary and Joseph and how difficult things must have been for them, waiting on God, waiting for him to smooth things out between them when it became clear that she was in fact pregnant, but not with Joseph's child. It was God's baby, but who would believe it? Waiting on God to deliver this baby safely, even though they were many miles from home and family. Waiting on God to save them from Herod, always feeling more miserable before they felt better, but needing to get up and do something about it anyway. Never really resting until they were finally home again after sitting in the waiting room of God's promises. How can I learn to wait like that? This really spoke to me today because this week has been like sort of a little roller coaster ride for those of us in the MD of Wainwright. We went from having 9 active cases to 10 a few days ago, which put us in an enhanced zone. And so until December 15th, everything's just that little bit different. And then we went back to 9, but we're still in the enhanced zone. And yesterday we went back up to 10. I think that this is the waiting room that God has called us to be in right now in Wainwright and Edgerton and the areas around us. God is asking us to do something. He's asking us to take seriously how we might contribute to flattening the curve, how we might keep others from getting sick, and at the same time keep ourselves from getting sick. God didn't give us this pandemic, but God is giving us the things that we need to help to end the pandemic. They're working on vaccines and talking about how they might roll those out, and that gives us hope in a season that has shorter days and longer nights and such darkness. Hope, light in the darkness, is an awesome thing. And the vaccines, that's good news. But the good news is that by wearing masks when we go out in public, by limiting the number of people who are in a public place, by limiting the number of people we have into our homes who aren't part of our own family bubble, so to speak, by keeping a safe social distance so that we're not breathing on one another and passing on germs. These are all things we can do in the waiting room to help slow down this pandemic until the vaccines can take effect and we can do the work we need to begin to figure out what the world looks post-pandemic. But right now, as the author says, we're in the waiting room. And God has given us a few things that we can do really easily. We can be healthy ourselves and keep our immune system strong. We can get exercise, be faithful and careful about it, but we can get exercise. We can wear a mask and we can pray. We can pray for those 10 people in this area of Wainwright who have COVID. We can pray for their families and loved ones and all those that they might have come into contact with, that they will remain safe. We can pray that through all of this, we can uphold and pray for our government as they make decisions and Some of those decisions to come may be indeed more difficult than anything we face so far, but we have to trust that if we work hard together, we place our trust in God, and we do as we are asked, we can get through this. We can survive this waiting room period. And so I do indeed ask you this weekend to be patient, wear your mask, pray to God. Don't get frustrated with those who disagree with you, or if you disagree with me, try not to get frustrated with me. But what harm can come, really, if we are to love each other from afar, if we are to reach out to one another in different ways that allow us to be safe? I look forward to being able to worship again in our churches, in both of our churches. I look forward to the day when I can celebrate the Eucharist at St. Mary's, because we're all gathered together, elbow to elbow, in that space. And I look forward to the day when I can go into your homes and have a cup of coffee and a chat, and we can get to know one another post-pandemic. But meanwhile, in this waiting room, in this Advent of waiting and anticipation and preparation, let's take care of ourselves and take care of each other and do as God asks and do as we're asked in the community. But together, we can make a difference. Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy this beautiful weather. I won't be here tomorrow, but I'll see you Sunday for worship for Advent 2, and the lighting of our second candle. And then back with our church at home on Monday morning. God bless.